What's good? What's good? And welcome back to Investing with Jack. So we're going to hop into VeChain. We're seeing a little bit of a correction here with VeChain. We've fallen out of that wedge that we just had broken above, but we'll get into that. So we're up, we're down basically 0.5% on the 1 day, and the 24-hour we're up 0.13. So we're sitting at a $13.03 billion market cap, 24-hour volume 1.65 billion. So we're going to hop over to the Twitter and then into the technical analysis. So we can see here, this was announced yesterday. We're glad to welcome Woo Trader S to the ENFT ecosystem. VET will be tradable on Woo's cross-chain DEX. And it says here, the roars of the VeChain official community were too strong. Somehow supporting this growing enterprise ecosystem just made sense. Woo Trade is here and ready to build. Trade VET on Woo. All right. So if we hop over here, we can see the trading platform, 24-hour volume, 338 million. This is Woo Trade. Total transactions, 173,000. So you can look more into this if you'd like to. So let's hop into the technical analysis. So guys, we're here on the 1 hour chart, and we had so beautifully broken out of this wedge, turned it into support, and we're starting to trend upwards, and then Bitcoin sold off. As we can see right here on May 10th, we had that pretty significant sell-off, and you saw the same thing with VET May 10th right here. And now we are trying to get back above the EMAs, but it's looking a bit bearish here on the hourly. If we zoom in on the hourly, we can see a bit of a double top pattern, and then we're just kind of testing the neckline here. So if we fall out of this neckline, it's bearish, guys. You know, it's a continuation pattern to the downside. So we'll quickly pull it open on the 4 hour. I'll get this little line out of here because it's distracting. So we're here on the 4 hour chart, and you can see here that we've broken through the 20 and the 50. We tried to break back above it, but we hit resistance on the EMAs and pushed this downwards. So hopefully what I would love to see is that we create a double bottom here and we do something like this. We come back up, we break the neckline, and we're able to trend back upwards for our friend VeChain. But it depends on Bitcoin. As I talked about in my Wink video, we have a rising wedge here, and we're losing energy. We're losing buyer interest. And if we fall out of this wedge, and then we'll continue to roll over to the downside for BTC. So VET will of course follow with the rest of the market. So if we are not able to, the buyers aren't able to step in and create kind of a double bottom here and get us back above the EMAs on the 4 hour, well, we could find support here on the 200. We can see we touched it. So we could find support there, but hopefully what we see is that we create that double bottom and we start coming back upwards for VeChain. So we'll put it onto the 1 day. So ideally, we create that double bottom and start coming back above the EMAs. But there is a high chance, the fact that we're hitting the EMAs as resistance, that we may roll over. But let's look at it on the 1 day to give us a better idea of what's going on. So you can see here, we're trying to find support on the 20 EMA. You see how the 20 EMA is right underneath the candles. So it's crucial, guys, that we have some buying action step in and able to hold support. However, we have a bit of an upward channel here that we've fallen out of. I'm just going to pull this line up here and take this line out so it's easier for you guys to see. Actually, we're kind of staying in the upward channel, but you can see our highs are starting to flatten out here. And we're creating a bit of a rising wedge here as well. And right here, I mean, this is such a lower high than this one here. So if the buyers don't really step in to continue us trending upwards, it looks like we may roll over. We really need to see some strong buying action to keep us above this 20 EMA and kind of keep us in this upward channel here, so we can try to trend towards 27 cents for VeChain. We would really need some pretty significant buying pressure. So let's put it onto the 1 week chart. So you can see here on the 1 week on this beautiful, gorgeous chart for VeChain that we're a little bit overbought on the RSI. You can see here we have a level of support right here for the RSI, but it looks like we're just dipping a little bit lower. But it would be healthy for us to come back into this purple box here and do a little something like this, where we come down a bit and we kind of consolidate in the purple box, and we may kind of swing over and find support along the 20 EMA on the weekly here. You can see when we get a bit overextended, we come back to the 20 EMA, we get a little bit overextended. We got pretty overextended here, and then we came back a bit, and now we're seeing some selling pressure on the weekly. Really depends on Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin falls out of that wedge, then of course VeChain will follow. But let's quickly put it back onto the 4 hour, and then we'll finish up. So let's quickly put it back onto the 4 hour chart, and then we'll finish up this video here. So you have your double top here, and you fell out, you broke the neckline, and hopefully we create that double bottom. That's ideal. That's like the ideal situation, is we create that double bottom and the buyers step up and we get back above the EMAs. The EMAs start to come back underneath the candles, and we can start trending towards 27 cents and take out these highs. But it's a little bit bearish right now with the fact that we've hit resistance on the EMA. So we really need to see that buying pressure to trend us back upwards. Now let's give some levels of resistance and support. So I'm going to take my Fibonacci from this swing high down to this swing low. Now guys, if you see YouTubers pulling it from the swing low to the swing high, it's because they have it on reverse. So you can see right here we hit resistance 0.786 on the fib, resistance. So that would be a key level to break through before we could start trending back up towards that high of 27 cents. But right now, if we break resistance here at 0.5 on the Fibonacci, which is, let's give it a little price target, 20 cents, then we'll most likely come down to find support here along the 200 EMA, 0.382 on the fib, which is 18 cents. But hopefully what we see is that double bottom and we start trending back upwards. But to be honest, it's looking a bit bearish right now, like we're going to continue to break down here, because if we pull it up on the daily, we're really struggling right now to hold that 20 EMA. You can see the sellers are stepping in to push the price down. So hopefully what we see is we're able to hold that 20 EMA and trend back upwards. But if we do break down, we have a pretty strong level of support here at 18 cents. You can see right here, support right here as well for VeChain over the next day or so. We'll probably see that. So hopefully we hold that EMA and we can see that buying action, see that double bottom to trend us back upwards. But Bitcoin really is kind of a little worrisome right now. You know, you have your lower high, and if we fall out of this wedge, then we could definitely see some more sell-off. We really need to see some buying action with Bitcoin right now and break us up out of this wedge and break out back towards that high of 67K for Bitcoin. So that's it for VeChain. If you zoom out on the weekly, it's still very healthy. You can see here we are overextended from the 20 EMA. You can see we're quite overextended on the 20 EMA, but we are consolidating, which is actually a good sign. So the 20 EMA can catch back up to the candles here, and we can break out of our bull pennant and start trending back upwards with Bitcoin, hopefully. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. All right, that's it for VeChain. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. You can check out the Discord. Over 1,000 members talking all things crypto. I'll probably pull it up in the next video, and I'll see you guys then. All right, take care. Much love.